Hi, we're Nikki and Billy, two 57-year-olds who've decided to take early retirement and head off to live in our van this winter in Spain and Morocco. We're not sure if we're brave or stupid, but we're definitely scared. And just to complicate things even more, we decided to get married the same day we catch the ferry for this big journey. So if you'd like to come along and see what happens, then just hit subscribe. It's completely free. This week we're going to take you through all the things we've been buying for that big journey. But first we're going to take you through the event that we attended at Reef and how it's linked to the best news we've had all year. So each year Reef has Pinktoberfest, where they raise money for cancer research. It's a thing close to our hearts because Nikki has had breast cancer. It's also a great way to catch up with our mates and have some fun while raising money for those charities. This year was a bit more poignant because although we planned our big trip, we were still awaiting the results from the annual scan, and there's always a chance that things will go awry. Well, we got the letter this week, and yes, we're in the clear. It's full steam ahead. We're off to Southern Europe. We have got cab lines in front and the sides, but when you put these on, screens, silver screens, it actually stops a lot of the condensation inside. So I don't think we'd use them if we're using overnight park-ups and airs because you want to get away, maybe. But when you're on a campsite and you know you're staying a few days, definitely put these on to stop the condensation. They weren't that expensive, these ones, about 50 quid. Trying to be more tidy. I've actually got myself a cable roll, so hopefully everything should be a lot more tidier now I've got this, because it was just getting it tied in knots whenever I was bunging it in the back. So I'm hoping this works well. Oh, so much tidier. Another little thing we've got, because we're going abroad, and it might come in handy in places, but particularly if we get to Morocco or we do park-ups in Spain on sandy beaches, got these little babies. So we do have a couple of small ones that our friends at a van called Dignity gave us, but wanted some big ones, and these were 30 odd quid on eBay. So I'll just stick them in the back of the van and we'll just leave them and forget about them. And if we ever get stuck somewhere, or we think we're going to get stuck, we'll park on them. That would be the clever thing to do. So we'll park up on them, and that should help us get away without being stuck in sand anywhere. 30 odd quid, bargain. As an extra bit of security, we've seen these recommended by the pews, and also the slaws always stick one on. So we ordered one. It's a right chunky piece of kit. So what this basically does is it goes in here, across the pedals. You have your little piece of metal, little T-bar that goes across the top. You have a lock. Which has a little lock thing there that pulls out.
Well done. Yeah, so we've already shown you some bits and pieces we've bought in preparation for our travel. So we're just going to go through a few other bits and pieces we've got now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a few bits and pieces leads into a few more bits and pieces, but I think they're all pretty essential things.
Especially if we're going for months.
Yeah.
So one essential thing, which we're never going to use.
Well, we hope we're never, ever, ever going to use.
And we won't carry in the van, except for when we go away to Europe, because it weighs a ton, is the snow chain.
How much does it weigh? Because the other ones were, oh yeah, they are heavy, aren't they? But
they're bigger wheels, so they're bigger chains, so they're quite big.
Whopping wheels on this van, aren't they?
Yeah, so we've got these snow chains, which, weigh a ton, but if Monsieur Gendarmerie or Senor Policia stop you in certain parts of Spain too, you need to be able to show you've got these. So we will take those with us. They do weigh a ton. They'll never come out. Because
obviously between certain dates you've got to carry them, so and to be on the safe side, we don't know where we're going to go, we don't know what we're going to do, we're hoping never to need them, but you never know. So there you go, first thing off the list, snow chains.
So
Billy's latest purchase.
and we'll have a go at putting this on actually.
Yeah.
So it's a lightweight. I mean, that's pretty light.
Yeah, let's feel. Yeah, because again, we've got a big one, but that is massive, takes up loads of space, and again weighs a ton, doesn't it?
Yeah. So for travelling, we're going to put this on. So we haven't actually tried this yet.
Yeah, we'll try it in a bit. Or are you going to try it now?
Yeah, I think we'll have a little go at this. So this is basically a deterrent while we're travelling. But, I mean, you could probably get it off if you... They're just little layers of deterrent, aren't they?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have this on at an air at night. We'd have it on while we're away from the van.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, if we park up, go out for a day, go shopping, go do whatever we're doing, go out on the bikes, that's just like another layer of protection. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't have it on in the air on a night because you really want to be able to leave without getting out of your van if you need to.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's just for while we're away from the van, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll have a go at putting this on and see how it works. Right, let's have a go at putting this on then. Come out. Right. So we'll have it here. So that's it. Fairly easy to do. Okay, it's just a visual deterrent. You'd probably get that off if you wanted to, but it all adds time and it all makes it a bit more complicated for the opportunistic thief, doesn't it, while you're travelling?
Yeah. So yeah, I suppose you've got a little bit of initial outlay when you start doing these long trips, but you know, these are the sorts of things we're going to have forever.
I know this looks mental.
Billy's obsessed with this. What's the other stuff you've got?
Right, so there's this pipe. And there's also...
This was the first one he bought.
And then I got a bigger one.
Yeah, and then he bought...
I've got... So, these are for the heating hot air system, okay? The hot water. So everything in this van sits underneath, whereas previously everything was in the van. And one of the things we have seen, even today I showed you a picture.
Yeah, and to be fair, I've always thought he was whinging on and being like a little bit overcautious, but apparently not. Apparently it's quite a thing, yeah.
So if we get stuck in really wet weather and you hit that water too quickly, what can happen is it can splash up and the actual pipes underneath are not as strong as these. They're just cardboard that's coated in a plastic film or a film, and they can dent and bend and that can knock your pipes. So it's going to be quite an hard thing to find, So these are coming with us on our big trip. But what
but then he just couldn't stop there, could he?
I'll start with that, and then I've gone a bit overboard now because somebody else put one of these on. I thought that looks even better.
So,
yeah, so I've got some...
I don't know how he thinks he's going to fit it.
Yeah, we just crawl underneath and get it done. So it just means that if anything happens to those pipes, these are going to be I'm just going to strap them inside to the ceiling. So we'll never ever use them unless emergency, and they'll just sit there. They weigh next to now.
Yeah.
Also, the water pipes are another problem underneath. They can get knocked.
They do look flimsy. They do stick out a bit, don't they?
Yeah. So I bought some replacement pipes and a replacement tap. So if anything happens to those, we should be able to sort that as well. Because, you know, we're going on a big journey. So, yeah, I've got some replacement parts.
So Billy's not known for his mechanical ability. However, he fitted me a seat post on my mountain bike last week, and it works perfect.
It's still working a week later.
I reckon he can do more than he lets on. He just didn't want to do it.
Yeah. You can hear the way she goes on. This is the last bit that's important. So these are...
I ain't seen this. What's this?
These are massive...
Oh, we've had them ages.
Yeah. So
we've had these ages.
They're huge zip ties, right? These are not for the van at all. These are after several months of being stuck in the van
he's going to tie me up and leave me somewhere.
Yeah, I think just zip tie it to a lamppost, and then I'm going to sod off to the bar to have a drink in peace so she can stop nagging at me. That's what they're going to do.
No, they are useful though, aren't they? I can't think who gave us them.
You've got to stop eating because I'm going to have to put these together if you carry on like this.
Oh, you won't fit it round me if I keep on the way I'm going.
Yeah, no cake for you later on.
Well, I'm not being funny.
I don't want to use them all up.
I think we should see if we can get it round you.
Oh, no. Because you'll be tightening it up and I'll be stuck. So, yeah, anti-Nikki device.
No, what are they for? Just anything useful?
No, they're for tying you up. There's no use for a great big zip tie. They're just literally for you.
Anyway, shut up. What else have we bought?
That's it, I think.
Is that everything?
I think that's all the bits we've got so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got to have a go at packing all this somewhere.
Yeah, because it's just, as you can see, we haven't had to pack properly. It's just a pigsty in there. It's all just wanged in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
we,
if we find anything else that we're going to take.
Yeah.
So I think if anybody's got any clues on, we went cheap on that because we don't intend to use it.
We're hoping. But everybody says the recommendation is, I mean, obviously you might have to use them to get yourself out of trouble, but if the weather is that bad, just hunker down, ride it out and move on.
Yeah.
They're just like for emergencies and to comply with the seasonal regulations, aren't they?
Yeah. And if you use one of these or something similar, we have got other things on the van to help us with security. This is just more like a visual. If they bother to put that on, maybe they've got other stuff in the van.
You can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, good.
So that's so far what we've done for the trip.
Not long to go,
Exactly a month to the day we're filming
Exactly a month.
This.
In fact, about now, we'll probably be setting off.
We'll have set off.
What time is it?
Because I'm obsessed with getting on time.
Oh God, yeah, you'll have. Oh yeah. I'm like pretty happy to rock up at the last minute, but no, you'll be like, do you know what he does? Right, he sort of right, half an hour to us setting off. I go, yeah, I know, Billy. Right, 20 minutes to us setting off. I go, I know. And then he actually moves to by the front door, and he actually opens the front door, and he's like, come on. So yeah, we'll be well on our way to Hull by now, won't we?
Yeah, you can tell one of us was brought up in Germany where there is an actual system of doing things, and if you stick to the system, it will always work out.
Oh, we always get there. Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway, yeah, so that's us, sorted, fingers crossed. We've just got to do sort of like trial packs, haven't we? And, you know, think about, I've done all the sort of boring stuff like medicines and, you know, bits and bats like that. I've done sort of like things for the inside of the van, like got some boxes for the cupboards, you know, our food cupboards, just to stop the, you know, things rattling around in there. I've just done a few boring little things like that. Loaded up with schmoll products because I like to be environmentally friendly, and you've done all this sort of like security stuff and stuff like that, and
it's costing a fortune, all this, isn't it?
No, well, that's what I said. It's initial outlay, though, isn't it? And you know, we're going to be using this for years, aren't we? So yeah, you've got a little bit of expense initially, but
I'm going to need more big zip ties if anybody has them. If it's going to go on for years, more zip ties.
Anyway, till next time.
Yeah, catch you later.
See you later.
So that's the things we bought so far. If anybody's got any ideas of other stuff we should be looking at, then stick them in the comments because all help is welcome. If any of this has been any good to you, give us a big thumbs up. And if you want to see how we get on with this journey, then subscribe. It's completely free and we'd love to have you along with us. Next up, we're at the Motorhome and Caravan show on the Wednesday and the Thursday. If you're around, keep an eye out for us. Or listen out for Nikki, you'll probably hear her before you see her. Until next time, I'll leave you with some shots of reef. Cheers.